One night I was working late. He was playing at 8 o'clock down there. I went over there to hear some of the country music. And sitting next to us was a table, a lounge table. And I just looked at these people. And I went, oh, man, those are a bunch of private contractors or data miners. The haircuts, the way they were acting. You just learn what people look like and how they act. We were having a problem with a guy the other day. And I said, that guy's probably like 5'6" tour combat vet, on drugs, out of his mind. Don't mess with him. My buddy's like, how do you know that? He later checked and found out that was the case. He's like, how did you know that? Well, I could just look at the guy. Okay, I've been doing this a while. I went and saw Two Guns with Denzel Washington and Mark Wahlberg a few months ago by myself. And the whole the theater probably only had 20 people in it. And I could look and tell it was all Marines and DEA people and CIA people all in there to root for these movies that are made about them, mainlining that the CIA brings in the drugs and launders the money, and that there's good divisions of the Marines fighting them, and the Naval Air Station in Corpus Christi where they're shipping the drugs in, which they really do. I'm not going to get into how I know that. And when I walked out of the movie, I went, so you guys are Marines, right? And they go, yeah, how do you know? And I walk out, people are going to the bathroom, and I go, you guys are Army, aren't you? They go, how do you know that? And I just know Marines from Army. I know FBI from DEA. It's so brainwashed, folks. I can look at them and tell. And I'm just sitting there for like 30 minutes sunbathing while my kids are swimming, just listening to these cops brag about how they're graduating up to the NSA, and their wives were so excited, and oh, they're going to college to do it too. And I just wanted to throw up. I mean, these people are robbing me. They are spying on me illegally. They are using it to overthrow the Congress. They're going to have gun confiscation, FEMA camps, and these cops aren't even bad people. But they're still enemies. I mean, they're still illegal criminals. And I got to be honest with you. You know, I physically felt very aggressive towards them. And I didn't bow up and stuff when I was talking to them, but when I'm much more focused in person, and people, when I really get a hold of them, I mean, I looked them right in the eyes. At first, they started to laugh about it, and I was just like, you know it's evil, you know it's wrong, and you need to repent, basically. I mean, it isn't Jack Ryan shadow recruit, okay? That isn't what's going on here. Where it's the CIA, is these Boy Scouts that, oh, they go out and they're so nice to everyone. Oh, they have whole divisions of Boy Scouts that do the white hat work. And then the guys with the black hats sit around in the office next to them laughing at you all day long. It's like when I had Frank Serpico on. I said, what percentage of the people in the NYPD narcotics division were dealing drugs and skimming off the hooker money and everything else? He said 100%. They shot him in the face, folks, and tried to kill him because he didn't want to be part of narcotics and prostitution. That was in the 60s. Again, I can't believe my job. I get to talk to Frank Serpico. I get to talk to William Binney, who's familiar with our work and follows it. I mean, what a responsibility. And I'm not tooting our horn. I'm saying you, the listeners, us together, we're part of something epic. Our AM and FM affiliates are so wonderful to be carrying this pro-liberty, pro-America information. This is the type of stuff in the 50s we used to beam into the Soviet Union, back when our government wasn't pure evil. Back when Eisenhower warned of the paramilitary, military-industrial complex takeover that in the full speech he warns, run by a technological elite. Listen to the whole 22-minute speech. It's online with film footage. Eisenhower was completely freaked out because they just come to him with a plan for a dictatorship and nuclear war with the Soviets, with Curtis LeMay and others, and L.L. Leibnizer, and a plan to blow up shopping malls and shoot people in movie theaters for gun confiscation. And you know what Eisenhower did is he fired a bunch of them. because he had a conscience, not that he was perfect. We'll be right back with your phone calls, I promise. Stay with us.
American gardeners and fellow patriots, make the right choice with your money, time, and your family food supply. Choose 100% pure heirloom seeds in the Survival Seed Vault from MyPatriotSupply.com. Why spend more? The Survival Seed Vault from MyPatriotSupply.com is only $37.95 and includes 20 varieties of pure, hardy, easy-to-grow heirloom seeds. Yes, only $37.95. That's 70% less than our competitors. You could buy 3 Survival Seed Vaults for less than one of theirs. The Survival Seed Vault from MyPatriotSupply.com includes detailed planting and seed-saving instructions and ships same day. Plus, all orders over $49 ship free. MyPatriotSupply.com is American-owned by patriots like you, passionate about freedom and preparedness. Call now, 866-229-0927. That's 866-229-0927. Or discover more emergency preparedness items when you order at MyPatriotSupply.com. Choose the original. Choose the Survival Seed Vault at MyPatriotSupply.com.
Get the most important package of information you'll ever receive in your life for only $10. The package includes 3 books and 7 DVD programs which cover biblical miracles and prophecy. The Shroud of Turin, The Third Secret of Fatima, What Really Happened to the Catholic Church, and more. Call 800-513-0029. That's 800-513-0029. Or go to VaticanCatholic.com. That's VaticanCatholic.com. 800-513-0029. VaticanCatholic.com.
Gentlemen, in search of $1 million smile that'll make them take notice, really get their attention? Then get the mud. My Magic Mud. The fluoride-free whitener with no chemicals, additives, GMOs, or bad taste. And safe to swallow. My Magic Mud detoxifies, reduces sensitivity, cleans and strengthens your teeth while it whitens. Comes as a powder for pure whitening power. Start looking good for that special someone. Get the mud now. MyMagicMud.com.
It seems that everywhere you turn to these days, people are talking about the health benefits of silver. But don't be fooled into believing all silver is the same. Only one silver solution has been clinically shown to be hundreds of times stronger than colloidal or ionic silver. That's supernatural silver. It can be used internally as a powerful immune system enhancer to fight off bacteria and viruses. Supernatural silver can be used topically to treat any type of wound or skin issue. It's even gentle enough to be used on the ears, eyes, and sinuses. And unlike harsh drugs and antibiotics, supernatural silver has no side effects. Available as a liquid or a gel that you can use every day to stay healthy and well. To experience outstanding customer service and to place your order, visit supernaturalsilver.com. Use the promo code SILVER2014 for 20% off your entire order. Give yourself and your loved ones a fighting chance with Supernatural Silver, only at supernaturalsilver.com. Supernaturalsilver.com.
Think the national debt is $15 trillion? Boston U economics professor Lawrence Kotlikoff astutely points out that after factoring in guarantees such as Social Security, Medicare, Medicaid, and defense expenditures, the national debt is closer to $211 trillion. Mathematically, this debt is not serviceable via taxation. And for politicians on Capitol Hill, default is not an option. So we can expect the Federal Reserve to monetize the shortfall, resulting in even more confiscation of our hard-earned savings via inflation. Hi, my name is Adam Miller with Midas Resources. In light of the MF Global swindle, it is now more apparent than ever that our savings investments are not secure in the hands of traditional banking institutions overseen by government technocrats kept in their back pockets. Call me today at 800-686-2237, extension 148, to find out how you can protect your savings from confiscation with liquid, portable, and private precious metals. I'll even send you a booklet titled 10 Reasons to Own Gold to serve as a guide. That number again is 800-686-2237, extension 148. 800-686-2237, extension 148.
We're back live, going right to your phone calls. You just joined us last hour. That is a news-making, important interview. William Binney, former head of an entire division of the National Security Agency, the top whistleblower in probably U.S. intelligence history, highest ranking, quietly quit in 2001 in October when they said, we're going to now switch all this on and spy on everything in real time. He said, that's it, I'm out of here. Went and testified to Congress for years, quietly, nothing was done. He said, look, the intelligence agencies run the government through blackmail. That's all I can tell you. And it's totally illegal, and it's a Soviet model. Well, I've reverse engineered the whole thing. Right down to the uniforms, it's a Soviet model. That's what we're facing. And they've built the FEMA camps, which are now declassified as well. Again, they have lawyers that go, we looked for things called FEMA camps. They don't exist. There are Emergency Centers Establishment Act buildings, and there are civilian inmate labor camp program, and there is the Garden Plot and Cable Splicer and Rex 84 and the Civil Emergency Internment Plan. But we couldn't find any FEMA camp. Just like they go, there's no chemtrails. There is the High Altitude Geoengineering Global Weather Mod program run by the Department of Energy that's classified. But you didn't say the name right, Sonny. There is U.S. Code Title 50, Chapter 32, subsection 1520A, paragraph B, that says it's illegal to secretly test chemical, biological, or radiological on the public without their consent, unless it's for law enforcement or research purposes. They got a law passed saying they can kill you and your family. I say their law is a piece of garbage and is an indictment of their criminal activity. Just because a serial killer writes himself a note that says he can grab little kids out of the backyard and go kill them doesn't mean it's okay. Just because Al-Qaeda says their God says kill every Christian they find in their new magazine ISIS puts out that I was reading yesterday online doesn't mean it makes it okay because they say they got a note from God. There's a reason this stuff's illegal. Every 2-bit dictatorship says they spy on people for their safety, but it's always used for domination and control. And all of those police officers about to become NSA minions, we're all aiding and abetting criminal activity. And just because they're slack-jawed and arrogant and dumb doesn't mean it's okay. Let's talk to Wes in Indiana. You're on the air, Wes. Thanks for calling.
Hey, thanks, Alex, for having me on today. Basically, what I want to say is I know I either heard from you or read somewhere that Mr. Binney was one of the primary programmers who had coded all these algorithms that the NSA is either now using or may not be using to this day. I'm wondering, is there any way to circumvent these algorithms in order to effectively collaborate with other activists without fear of being eavesdropped on?
Go ahead, caller. I'm sorry.
Basically, I had heard either from you or read about Mr. Binney that he had programmed some of these algorithms that the NSA uses to eavesdrop on American citizens and citizens abroad. I was wondering if there was any way to circumvent these algorithms. Well,
he's not allowed. He's not allowed to tell you that. But he was saying some of the systems that are better. He is one of the top. The guy's a genius. Probably has like a 200 IQ. By the way, I don't usually ignore callers. They were popping in my ear. Jesse Ventura is scheduled to be on next Thursday. I want to get him on now, like tomorrow. So call Tyrell. He's the best way. I got his home number. I got his wife's cell phone, but I'm not going to call those. Just call Tyrell and say, hey, call in the favor. I'm sure Jesse will be on TV tonight, but I want to get him on here tomorrow, ASAP. Call Tyrell for me right now. Okay, because they say they'll do me favors for me, and I've done a lot for them. I want to get Jesse on ASAP. AP reports they've just awarded $1.8 million in Jesse Ventura's defamation suit. There it is. Verdict reached in Ventura defamation suit. St. Paul, Minnesota, the attorney for American Sniper author Chris Kyle's estate announced today a verdict has been reached in Jesse Ventura's defamation lawsuit. I will preface this, and it goes on again. Where's the part? The guys were just telling me in my ear about the $1.8 million. I want to get the AP one because that's one put out basically by their lawyer. But I'll read it during the break and come back and give you more details. On Monday, the jury deliberating the Jesse Ventura defamation lawsuit informed Judge Richard Kyle that they were deadlocked and didn't expect that it would change. He told them in a firm but friendly gathering to go back in and give it one more shot. And when we come back, I'll give you the verdict. They were telling me that in my ear. We'll double check that coming up right now. There it is. Headline, Houston Chronicle, jury awards Ventura $1.8 million in defamation case. And I guess this is just breaking. They're telling me that, but maybe it's been out longer. It just broke. We'll be right back with your phone calls. And stay with us.
We're on the march.